Alexandre Dumas was born in the city of Villers-Cotterêts, France on July 24th of 1802. At an early age, Dumas was being associated with influences from war and nationalism. His father was a general under Napoleon Bonaparte, and he would tell Dumas of his war experiences. His father died when he was only 4 years old. After that, his mother tried to get Dumas the best education that she could give him. Dumas did travel a lot on his own throughout his life. He traveled to many places such as Italy, Switzerland, Belgium, Germany, and England. These places eventually showed up in his novels. Throughout his life, he was bombarded with politics and the ideals of nationalism. The Napoleonic Wars had a big effect on him, as well as when he was a part of the 1848 Revolution of France. These two major events left a mark in Dumas's writing. This mark is the theme of nationalism. Despite not having the best education provided to him, Dumas made the best of it and still went on to write magnificent books such as The Man in the Iron Mask and The Black Tulip. Both books contain settings from places that he has visited before. The Man in the Iron Mask continues the adventures of D'Artagnan, Athos, Porthos, and Aramis. Aramis figures out the secret of the king's lost imprisoned brother. He then hatches a plan to replace King Louis with the imprisoned twin brother. Aramis, with the help of Porthos, successfully switches the two, but then all is ruined when Aramis tells Fouquet, who is an enemy of King Louis. Fouquet goes to Bastille and frees King Louis. The twin, Philippe, is then confronted by King Louis and thrown back in the Bastille with the iron mask on his face once more. King Louis then orders D'Artagnan, long friend of Porthos and Aramis, to kill the two of them. D'Artagnan does not heed the king's orders for the first time. He always used to obey the king's order, no matter what. He loved his country and his king. We find out that D'Artagnan is King Louis and Philippe's father. We also find out that Athos' son dies, and Porthos and Aramis are trapped in their fortress with nowhere to go. What happened next? Well, you'll have to read the book to find out. Dumas' second novel, The Black Tulip, is about a young man named Cornelius von Barlet. He was the godson of Cornelius de Witt, who was marked as a traitor along with his brother John de Witt. They were both killed because the whole society regarded them as traitors. Later on, because of this link, he was framed and then sent to prison. He was framed by his jealous neighbor, Boxtel. The society Parlem was offering 100,000 guilders to whoever could make the Black Tulip, and Cornelius was making a fast advancement towards accomplishing it. Boxtel used the link that Cornelius von Barlet had to frame him, and to get him arrested so that he would be able to steal the flower from his garden. But what Boxtel finds out later is that Cornelius took the bulbs with him. Despite being in jail, Cornelius makes the tulip with the help of the jailkeeper's daughter, Rosa. Boxtel successfully steals it from her later on, but in the end, honesty prevails and the truth is revealed in front of the prince himself. The ideals of nationalism are present in both books in different ways. Dumas was introduced and influenced to these ideas by the Napoleonic Wars, and from his father and personal experience with politics in 1848. Napoleon was going around and conquering land for his country, and the Man in the Iron Mask nationalism is shown in D'Artagnan. He would die for his country's king, and would do anything for his country. D'Artagnan was sent to kill people for his country and for his king. Dumas's father was just like D'Artagnan in that he also went around fighting in the name of his country and his emperor. In the Black Tulip, nationalism was present in that whoever was able to make the Black Tulip was considered a national hero. Cornelius did it to uphold the honor of his country. Their society regarded a florist in a high status, and admired flowers very much, which explains how Cornelius was a hero. Despite how nationalism is present in Dumas's novels, it is eminent due to Dumas's life experiences and because of the Napoleonic Wars. His books have war and battles and secret societies and so on because that is what was going on in France during his life. There was a secret society of the Jesuits, the Napoleonic Wars, and revolutions. He conveyed the message of nationalism, telling people to be proud of their country and to uphold their country's honor. Conveying the whole idea of nationalism impacts social relations in that people from the same country unite as one, but it separates people from different countries. Alexandre Dumas died on December 5th in 1870, but not before leaving behind splendid pieces of work that convey the message of nationalism. It impacted his life and he went on to relay it to others through his books.